My journey with accelerated evolution. I hadn't really known anything about accelerated evolution. I'm already a heart math coach. I've done, you name it. Most of you are probably here because of ayahuasca video. So when I had an initial phone call with Satyen, because I had interviewed him last year, you know, he told me about the training that was coming up, and I was still like, wait, I don't get it. And then I went to the website and I got a little bit more information. They were talking about verbal communications, and I was still like, what is this? And so we finally got on a call.
So what this technology does, what we do is we're going to the root of the charge, of the four elements of the charge, and we dissolve it. Now, how you dissolve it is through the principle of duplication.
What I fundamentally learned, and I continue to learn, is that this world, this reality, can only be experienced in four ways: images, thoughts, feelings, body sensations. That's it.
If you duplicate the four elements exactly as they were, see, in therapy, when you ask someone to speak about something or share about what's going on, they're not duplicating it exactly. They're relaying it back of how they remember it now. By talking about it, speaking about it, you put in the element of change. And when you put in the element of change, those patterns persist.
And if we can duplicate, recreate fully and completely all four of those elements in a situation that we're trying to work on and work through, we can essentially neutralize it. And neutralizing doesn't necessarily mean being passive about it. Neutralizing is simply the oneness.
As an example, if you work on I'm not good enough, and you integrate I'm not good enough and I'm good enough, both vanish out of your system. That way you're not in the neurotic struggle of trying to be good enough or you're not good enough. You just are. You're in your divine true self, which transcends that duality.
And you can stay in that state. You won't.
Yes, permanent.
Really?
Yeah, it's permanent.
The process that he took me through, I know it well now. It's a character trait integration.
When I thought I broke the duality chain, when I finally understood the singularity is that both things are made of the same essence.
Yes.
So it's like you can't go wrong in a way, but it doesn't stick because it's a constant, like I have to keep remembering sometimes.
The idea is once you integrate the dualities, you're in free choice to be good enough or not good enough.
Oh, right. Okay, now I understand that. Okay. You're in free choice. You no longer slip into the sabotage.
It's not automatic.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It's not by habituation. It's by choice.
Okay.
I was having the issue of my sense of accomplishment. Doesn't matter. It didn't matter what I did, how much I did, when I did it. I could not feel that sense of accomplishment. And it was, you know, it was actually like ruining a lot of things in my life. It was causing me to lose sleep. Relationships were suffering, and just a whole slew of things.
Close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, take your two fingers, put them to your left eye. Point number one, there we go. I want you to get to the feeling of I don't feel accomplished. And then when you're in the heart of that and you really feel it, then let me know when you're there.
I'm there.
I'm going to ask you to freeze the whole experience like a frozen video. Don't let it move forward or backward. What's the image you have in your mind?
Me sitting on the floor with a shit ton of papers all around me, and my head is cradled with my hands.
What's the thought you have?
It's never gonna work.
What's the emotions you have?
Frustration, confusion, sadness.
And body sensations.
Body contracting.
Now keep this frozen because we're going to return to it in a moment. Switch hands and take a breath. And then I'm going to get you to feel I'm accomplished, fully accomplished.
Okay.
It could be someone that represents or a time where you have felt really joyfully accomplished. Once you get at the heart of that, I'm going to ask you to make a snapshot and not move forward or backward. And then let me know the image, thought, feeling, body sensation.
Okay.
Then I'm going to have you go back and forth, and I'm going to say what's left of each side. Do not recreate anything. Simply observe, and what will happen is bit by bit, both sides will start to vanish. Okay. What about the thought? Same, fading, or gone?
Gone.
What about the emotions? Same, fading, or gone?
Gone.
Sometimes people don't want the good side to vanish. They only want the negatives. Let both sides do what they do. Tell me, in this moment now, what is the difference between feeling accomplished and not feeling accomplished?
Nothing.
It was so simple. And I want to reinforce that just because something looks simple or is simple doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't work or it's unreliable. In fact, we should be taking that more in account if something is that easy, because life could be that easy, healing could be that easy.
But to experience that neutrality, the true equanimousness of consciousness is very powerful.
So that was really special to go through the whole process of working on my sense of accomplishment. And I am happy to report 3 months later, it's still not a problem for me at all. And I kept checking in. I keep checking in sometimes. I'm like, it comes back. It always comes back, right? But it hasn't. And when I experienced that, when I saw like, holy crap, it just disappeared. That really got me like intrigued and like what else? Like where else can this go? How many other people can we help? And so quickly, at that point, I'm like, I'm in. I can't wait for the training. I did the 8-week course online, got super stoked because I was watching, you know, all the processes, and I was getting even more curious about what's gonna happen at the training.